Welcome back to week 5, and this is the second part of this week's video. And we've got our kitchen all in. We've done some modifications to our design. We had to move the window, put a different size window to fit, and done a few things. But next thing we're going to look at is we're going to look at our bathroom and our little utility room over here. Bathroom will be here, utility room, and our closet. Now, in your chapters 7, 8, and 9, you're going to see a lot about bathrooms and clothes care centers. And something you got to think about too is these closet spaces. This is a closet space. Now, they have to be at least 24 inches uh, interior so that you can hang clothes up. And this one meets that criteria. Now, if you remember the FHA rules, and they are, you need linear space of clothes to be able to hang that your clothes up on a rod, and it's required 4 foot for a man's closet and 6 foot for a woman's closet. So I typically try to go 6 foot with all of them, because when you're designing, you really don't know whose room is whose. So what I do, I want to check this out, and this is nowhere near 6 foot inside space. So I just go here and click, change that to 6 foot. And looks good. And I want to take and I want to center this door up. All you have to do is just, you can actually click this little fella. Whenever you click on it, it puts these temporary dimensions on. That makes it permanent. You can click on it again. There's an equal sign right there. It'll put it right in the center. So you can put your rod space across. Now, looking at some more stuff here, this can't work because this is going to be our bathroom up here, and the problem I see with it is our bathtub, the smallest bathtub you can get is 5 foot. So it needs to be across here. So this needs to be 5 foot. So I'll click on this wall, and interior to interior, I want to change it to 5 foot. And it actually moves some stuff down. And this thing needs, I want to keep this thing at 6 foot. So what I'm going to have to do is move this. I can grab this grip. I want to make this thing 6 foot. It pushes that back. I want to get rid of this dimension because that's holding us. And I want to move this back to 5. And it moved us again, so I want to move this one back. It's just a fight of power. You see how it's jumping back and forth on us? It's driving us crazy. What I want to do is I want to lock this dimension in, and I want to take and change this into 5 foot, and I want to lock that dimension in, and then come down here. I want to change this to 5 foot. Oh, let's see, delete that out. I was constrained. I was constraining that wall. That's why it kept jumping. Sometimes you'll see that and it'll drive you nuts till you figure out what's going on with it. But anyways, we got that one set up there. And there's another dimension holding this right here. And I want to delete it. Unconstrain that. And now I've got freedom to move. I should. Let's get rid of this. Good. Welcome back to week 5, and we're going to get in and we're going to start working around on this project a little bit. And we're going to add in, since we got our kitchen done, we're going to add in our utility and our bathroom. And the best way to do that is in your utility room, we're going to add in a washer and a dryer. And then our bathroom, it's going to be a full bath, which will make sure that you include your toilet, which is called a water closet, your sink, which is called a lavatory, and also you're going to have a bathtub in there to make it a full bath. And you got to make sure that this length right here in here is 5 foot, because if you don't, the smallest tub you can get is 5 foot, a standard tub, unless you have one designed and custom made. So you got to make sure that this right here is 5 foot. Okay, that interior space is 5 foot. So now what I want to do is come up here to architecture, component, place a component, and we'll go find a bathtub, and it should be in plumbing. Mine's in profiles. Yours will just be plumbing. Mine somehow got put in here. That's okay. Architecture, equipment. We'll have to have that water heater in a minute. But here's a bathtub, and I like that one. Make sure you get a 3D one. And we're going to find our bathtub. Right there it is. It fits perfectly in there. So we got that done. Next step we're going to do is put us a toilet in and a sink. I'm going to do a pedestal sink in here. So now I want to go back in component, place a component. We'll find me a toilet, which is back in plumbing again. And plumbing. I keep going to water heaters and fixtures. And it would be underneath water closets. Don't want a commercial, I want a domestic one. Now remember, whenever you put a toilet in here, that a toilet, you have to have clearance on both sides of a toilet. Has to be 15 inches from the center of the toilet to the wall that's beside of the toilet. That is the standard code and regulation. So when you put this thing in here, click on it, and you just click on it. Make sure this is all up against the edge of that wall. Click on it, and that should be 15 inches at least. I'm saying go 1.4 on it, make it 16 inches. We got plenty of room in here. And then we're going to put us a pedestal sink in here, and it's really easy to find. We don't have one loaded up, so we'll have to go in here over to your question mark into additional resources, Rivet Web Content Library, and slide down here to Rivet Architecture, and you should have a plumbing fixtures in here. And right here it is, pedestal sink. All you have to do is just click on that. They got 2 of them. RFA is a Rivet file. Click on the newest one, download, and just open, and it'll open up. You need to upgrade the model from, it's a 2010. You want them opened up in 2016. So load into project and close, and override existing version, and it serves. Oh, I have to go to component. Maybe we can find it in here. It should have loaded in for us. Here it is, pedestal sink. Put her in there. Just like that, right up against the wall. Perfect. And there's your bathroom. If you want to take a picture of it and take a look at it inside, we can do that. And you can back that up and just, there's your pedestal sink and there's your toilet. You can kind of wheel it around, kind of get a look at it. This is from the top side of it. Come down here and change your visual on it. And you can change the colors of these and their properties. So we're going to go back into level 1. We've got that taken care of. Let's come over here and put some washer and dryer in. Place a component. Washer and dryer is found in probably specialty equipment, domestic. And yeah, there's a dryer. Let's go here and find our dryer and place it in. Well, I already have a washer already loaded up. Where's our dryer? I must have loaded up a washer. 25 or 27 inch. Let's go 25 first and see. Because I'd rather have the most room. If this is a small cabin, so put that in there. It's 25 inches wide. Let's go in and see if we can find us a specialty equipment, domestic. Dryer. Open. There's our dryer. No, it's a washer. Here's our dryer. We'll get a 27 inch kind of match our washer. Gives us plenty of room in here. And this is what I'm talking about, planning. You got to be able to plan, make sure this stuff fits. Another thing I'm really concerned about is when I hit annotate on this washer and dryer here is to make sure there's 2'1". I got to make sure that this thing will fit through these doors. You got a 1/2 inch clearance on both sides of that. So it's really tight. I would open that door up a little bit on my opening edit, and that is a 2'2" width. I'd open that up to at least 2'6". Gives you a little bit more room. To be honest with you, every wall opening or door should be 32 inches. 2'8". That gives everybody an opportunity to get through, and it helps you to be able to move furniture around, but also it's accessible to someone that might be in a wheelchair or needs some type of assistance. They can get through these doors. When you're designing, you design for everyone, and I've always tell that to my students. You need to design with that in mind, that everybody can access and utilize this house. And when I start looking at this bathroom door, a 26 inch door isn't going to cut it. Okay? We'll go back into Revit. And I want to make this one a 32 inch door, at least a 32 inch door. I'd rather have 36 inch doors. And what's going on is that's just hitting that. So that gives us plenty of room. We're readjusting and redefining this thing. And the last thing I would do, that's perfect. And this door needs to be, it's 32 as well. Closet. Now this closet needs to be a little bit larger. So those walls are locked. Now we start dealing with this closet here. You got to make sure that a closet, according to FHA rules, that has to be at least 2 foot inside so that you can have space for your clothes, and that's good. I'll move that on down just a fuzz. You got enough room to get through there. I'm just going to make sure that you got enough room to be able to move furniture through here. That's the main key, is to be able to move furniture around that you can fit through areas. So I'm going to back that up just a fuzz, just like that. That gives you plenty of room to get through here. Sometimes you go to detail line and annotate, and you can click on there and get you that's 3'1". You got plenty of room to get stuff through. Now I would go back and put that wall in, architecture wall, just the interior wall. And also FHA says that you need to have at least 6 foot rod space for a female and 4 foot for a male. Um, there's really no way we're going to get this in this tiny little home. We got the 4 foot easily. So let's go just to 5 foot on that, because this room right here, and we might be able to adjust to make it larger, but we're going to put our hot water tank right here. And we'll do that by going to component, place component, load family, and let's go find us a hot water heater that should be in plumbing. There it is. We'll put that hot water heater in here. We'll set it right in here. That way it's easy to access. And we can actually move this wall in just a little bit on it. You want to have enough room though that you can work on this hot water heater. And you can do that. Hit equal, and it spaces that door perfectly for you. And then we might have enough room now. 5, 6. Man, we're so close, aren't we? But I don't think I'd go any closer with that in there. So that's plenty of room. You can click that door, hit this little, these are temporary dimensions. You hit this, makes them permanent. Click on it again. You got an equal sign right there. It'll center that door up. So plenty of room for clothes. You got your hot water tank right here close to the bathroom, and it's close to the kitchen, so you'll have adequate hot water as well as the utility closed care center. So, I mean, you have got everything you need here. Just make sure that you bring and label these rooms here, and we'll call that, and this is our kitchen, and try to center it up the best you can in that room. And of course, there'll be a kitchen table in here. You got plenty of light with your windows, and looks like everything's come around. It looks really good. So you might have to go back and put a few more dimensions in to make it nice and clean, but that's basically how you go about putting some of your utilities in, or some of your components for all the different service areas.